welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about all of the summer horror that I want to recommend and then also add to my TBR. So let's get started. First of all, we have to talk about how adorable I am. I'm literally stunning. Like, I'm sorry. Look at her. She's so cute. She's like an alternative Instagram model, but also her daddy bought her a Porsche. Why am I not on the cover of Vogue? I got this idea to do from one of my patrons. I think Jessie. Jessie was like, oh, I want to start making like a summer TBR. And I was like, shut the fuck up. What? Let me steal that and make content out of it. So that's what I'm doing. Thank you, Jessie, for the idea. You're literally an angel. I have a bunch of books that I've read. Some books that I literally just got today. Some books that aren't even out yet. We got a lot to talk about. All of it is horror, okay? Horror. I don't think I've done a dedicated horror recommendation video in a while. We're back to old time Jordaline. Your spooky bitch has returned. Bask upon her glowing greatness and worship at her steeple. Okay, I'm taking donations, I'm taking sacrifices. Anything anyone can spare, I'll take it. Your goats, your firstborn, doesn't matter. I'm a demon of the people. Anyway, okay, let's get started. How often are we told to keep it down? How often are we told to shut the fuck up? How often are we told to keep it quiet, to make it smaller? You know, how often are we told that we're too much? And I just wanted to remind you, and honestly myself a little bit, that like, you don't have to shrink yourself down to appease anyone, okay? You are just fucking enough. You are the right amount. You're not too much. You're not too loud. You're not too big. You're not too crazy. You're not too weird. If somebody sees your shine and has a problem with it, it's because they don't shine at all. Okay? I mean, imagine walking through life just like a dim fucking light and then seeing someone who just like literally radiates and glows. That's you. You radiate and you fucking glow. So don't let anyone fucking tell you to make yourself smaller, to be more palatable. You let your freak flag fucking fly. And if somebody thinks it's weird or too much or loud or obnoxious, you can literally tell them to eat your ass, because who you are as a person, your personality, deserves to be shown, to shine, okay? So fuck anyone, literally anyone who says anything fucking differently. You are perfect in every single possible fucking way. And you don't need to do a goddamn fucking thing to change. You don't need to be more palatable. You don't need to please anyone. You don't need to be different. And you don't need to change a fucking thing to belong. Because you belong to me. Be you. Dare to be different. Anyway, I just thought you should know. Anyway, okay, love you, bye. Let's begin. Let's start talking about these books because I'm so excited. Let's begin with books that I have read and I would recommend that you read for summer because they're very summery. First of all, I want to talk about a book that I love. And I don't think it's like a secret that I love it because everyone fucking knows because I talk about it all the time, or at least I used to. And that is The Ruins by Scott Smith. This is quintessential summer horror, in my opinion. The Ruins by Scott Smith is this crazy story about these Americans. There's 4 of them, and they go to Mexico, and they're like, woo, it's in Mexico, we're crazy, everything's so crazy and great. They meet this other dude, I think he's from like Germany, and he starts hanging out with them, and they're all like, yay, it's Mexico. German dude is like, hey, my brother is missing. I think he went into like the jungle or whatever, so we should probably go look for him. So they're all like, let's go with him, it'll be so fun and crazy. Long story short, these stupid fucking Americans end up on like a hilltop in the jungles of Mexico, and they're kind of trapped there because they go up and then the indigenous people are like, you're not coming the fuck back down. We're not letting you fucking leave, okay? So they're all sort of stationed at the bottom, like with fucking guns, This is them with guns. They've got guns, okay? And they're like, you stay right there. They have to kind of like survive. And like just a bunch of crazy shit happens. It's one of the most gruesome but addictive books I've ever read. And while reading, you feel just like this mixture of like nihilism with like this overwhelming heat, this overwhelming like hunger and thirst. And it's perfect. It's the perfect summer horror read. It's like a survival horror. Like you just literally, you can't not read it. It's so good. If you get anything from this video, it's to read The Ruins by Scott Smith. That's it. I forgot to grab this book before I sat down and I'm way too fucking lazy to get back up and grab it. So let me just talk about it. It's The Return by Rachel Harrison. Rachel Harrison is a sweetie pie pumpkin. The Return. It's about this girl and this other girl. They're like best friends. They're like this. They're so close. They love each other so much. One of the friends goes missing. She's gone, disappears, poof, and then she comes back out of nowhere, like a year to the day, if I'm not mistaken. She comes back and she's like, hey, what's up? And everyone's like, the fuck? Where the fuck have you been? And she's like, it's nothing, it's just crazy. To celebrate her friend coming back, her and a few other friends go on this like trip to this hotel to, I don't know, like spend a few days. I notice weird things happening to the girl who went missing. I know that this book has like very mixed reviews. Some people really don't like it, while some people do really like it. I'm in the camp of really liked it. I liked it except for the ending. The ending was a little bit, but other than that, it's such a good book. And I feel as though, and like maybe this is wrong, but I'm very ever rarely wrong. It's got that kind of like summer-y atmosphere. And it's, I think, a really good book to read in the summer because I feel as though it's set in the summer. I just keep saying summer. So, summer. Next up, I want to talk about Mexican Gothic by, oh my God, what's her name? Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Jesus, this is wild, okay? It's about this girl. She gets this like frantic, almost like call from her cousin. Her cousin's like, help me. Things are just weird. I got married recently and it's just really weird. I've moved into their family home and it's weird. Come help me. They get this call and she's like, I guess I'll go. It's weird, but okay, I'll go. So she goes, and so begins like this crazy fucking ride where she has to like uncover like family secrets amongst this like Victorian home in the middle of fucking Mexico. It's like a haunted house, Gothic, mixed with like weird family tradition dynamics. It's so good. I'm sure you've read it because it's almost like a classic now on like BookTube and stuff. It's good. It's just good. Okay, we've talked about the books that I would recommend for summer. So those are the books I've read. Those are the books I liked. Those are the books I think you should read or give a shot. These books coming up are just what I'm putting on my TBR. So this is kind of like an unofficial summer TBR. I might read these books. If I don't, then I just don't. Let's start with this one, which I am reading this month because I'm reading it for my Patreon, www.patreon.com/Jordaline Reads, and that is Hide by Kirsten White. I've been really, really excited to read this ever since I heard about it. Seems like a horror novel set at a theme park where people are being picked off one by one. I don't know if it's a YA novel or if it's meant to be adult. So if you do know, can you let me know down below? This is about a group of people who sign up for this sort of challenge thing. Our main character's name is Mac. She feels as though she is the edge, okay? She feels as though she could like beat everyone else. Like she's looking around and she's like, you guys are all literally weak as fuck. Like I could fucking hide, okay? She can hide. That's her strength. And so that's what she plans to do. It also says it's the reason that she's alive and her family isn't. I wonder what happened there. That's weird. Anyway, but as people around her begin disappearing one by one, Mac realizes that this competition is even more sinister than she imagined. I'm really in the mood for like a slasher, you know, one by one survival moment. If you've read this, please let me know down in the comments. I want to know what people think of it. I have these two books, which I've had one of them for quite a while and I haven't read it. I'm thinking that maybe I should read it, and that is Cirque Berserk by Jessica Guess. Basically, in like the 80s, a bunch of teenagers went into this like amusement park and then they were literally never seen again. Poof, gone. forever. And then like 30 years in the future, this girl and her friend going into that amusement park with a bunch of other people, and weird shit starts happening, and I think people start being murdered. From what I understand, it's very similar to like this kind of idea, but maybe more gruesome. No, I don't know why, but I feel as though Jessica Guess is like a little bit more extreme than Kirsten White. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I do need to read this like quite badly. I've had it for like at least a year at this point, and it's also, again, very small. Like, what am I even doing with my life, honestly? Get it together. And then I have this book, which is again along the same sort of vein as Berserk and Hyde, and that is Kill River by Cameron Rubikik. Oh my god, that's literally embarrassing. I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I feel about the size though. Like look at that. It's not exactly like a satisfying size for me. Ew, I hate that. Anyway, I think has a very similar plot to these two books. It is slightly different, where it's set in the 80s. This kid named Zach and his other friends, two of his other friends, they stumble upon this like abandoned, mysterious sort of like river amusement park. They're having fun because they're like, oh my god, literally no one is here. We have all of these rides to ourselves. Let's fucking party. And one of them disappears. And I think shit gets crazy from there. Once night falls, Cindy, spelled with an I, which is iconic, will have to fight to escape the park. A masked maniac and a living nightmare. Again, very similar, but classic, a classic. And I, to be honest, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never really read an amusement park sort of slasher. So I'm excited to see if I can maybe read all three of these books. Maybe I should do like a reading vlog for these two, because I will be doing a reading vlog on my Patreon for this book. So maybe I should do a reading vlog of these two, or even just like the whole Kill River series. Let me know if you want to see that. I think that could be fun. Anyway, I also have these two books, and I did put this book actually on my TBR, and that is The Hacienda by Isabel Canas. This is described as Rebecca meets Mexican Gothic. And we talked about Mexican Gothic. It's about this girl. Her father is executed by the Mexican government, I believe. And she is like, fuck, I am le homeless, you know? She's not French, but whatever. So she's desperate. And this dude is like, hey, you should come like live in my house. And she's like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. And so she moves in, even though everybody and like literally herself is like, dude, his wife like mysteriously died. Like, it's a bit suspicious. She's like, I literally have nowhere else to go. What the fuck else am I gonna do? So she moves in, and a bunch of weird shit starts happening around the house. And everybody in the house is kind of like, nothing's wrong. Everything is fine. Don't even worry about it. But she can't help but notice that like, people do things. Like, one girl won't even come into the house at night, or like the cook / chef will just burn incense all fucking day. So she knows something's not quite adding up, okay? It seems so good, so fucking fun, but also like really, really suspenseful and maybe like creepy. I'm really looking forward to this. I want to read it. I want to read it soon. And then I literally got this book in today. It came in the mail, and I was like, it's literally perfect. It's meant to be. And that is The Counselors by Jessica Goodman. This is about this girl named Goldie. Goldie grows up sort of idolizing and becoming almost like obsessed, I guess, with this camp. It's called like the Alpine Lake Camp. She gets lucky enough to become like a camp counselor. Like, she loves, because when she was a kid, she went to the camp, she loved it. It was like the best memories of her life. So she's like, yes, I'm a counselor now. She is joined by her friends Ava and Imogen, and things are seemingly perfect. Things could be going better. Like, it's just great. And then somebody dies. Like, they find a body in the lake, and things just kind of take a hard left. Things become not so great. And her friend Ava is like very suspicious. And she knows that Ava was like kind of around that area the night it happened. And so she's like, what were you doing? What did you see? Where, like, what what? Things are like a bit weird. And it says, but asking questions offers no answers, only broken bonds of lifelong friendship with hidden danger and betrayals deeper than Goldie ever imagined. It seems kind of like a psychological horror moment, but maybe with like a slasher vibe. I don't know what to expect. I do absolutely love this cover though. Let's talk about books that I don't have or haven't come out. The first book is The Summer We Forgot by Carolyn George. This seems like a thriller horror YA novel. It's about Darby and Morgan. They have been friends for years. They would go to summer camp together. They would do everything together. They were like this, but they haven't talked for 2 years. Okay, and they kind of both wanted to stay that way. But when the body of their science teacher shows up, is found in a marsh of all places, weird, they're like, maybe we should talk. Maybe we should, you know, say some stuff to each other. These two friends have a lot of questions, and a lot of their memories seemingly have been gone. Like they don't remember, or no one's talking. I don't know. It seems like it could very quickly turn into a cliche, so we'll see. But I'm excited either way. If you've read this, please let me know, because I would love to know what people think of it, because I've never heard anyone talk about it. Next, we have Never Coming Home by Kate Williams. This one seems crazy and wild. So basically, it's about these like influencers. They're invited to this island, like this very prestigious, mysterious, exclusive island. Like nobody is allowed to go on this island, but they all get like an invite, and it's fucking free, so they can just come and chill. So they all show up and they're like, yes, it's a vacation, we're just gonna be vacationing and being hot and, you know, influencing people or whatever. No, they weren't invited because they wanted, you know, marketing, or they didn't go to do some kind of, you know, charity thing. No. They were invited because these people all have secrets, and these secrets are going to be released, are going to be shown, are going to be thrown out at the world. I think everyone is hiding a deadly secret, and it looks like someone's decided it's payback time. It sounds a lot like the kind of thing where it's like, you're a shitty person and we're gonna get revenge on you, and I literally love that. This one isn't out yet. It's coming out on June 21st, so keep that in mind. Okay, next, let's talk about Bad Things Happen Here by Rebecca Burrow. This sounds so good. It's about this little community, this little town. It's very, very, again, exclusive. This town seems very prestigious, very fancy, and people are very much wanting to live there. But only like 1% of the people who like apply to live there get in or whatever. This girl named Luca lives there, and she knows that the town is not as cool, is not as idyllic as people think it is. It's actually quite fucked up, because women and girls are constantly getting murdered in this town. But the people who run the town want to hide it under the rug. They don't want to talk about it. They're like, no, let's just sweep it and close it. We don't need to talk about it. But Luca is like constantly on the lookout. All because when she was a child, her best friend was one of the victims, was one of the people who were murdered. What really kicks off the book is Luca comes home to find just a shit ton of police officers and police cars around her house. And she's like, fuck, it happened again. And it did. Her sister Whitney was literally fucking murdered. So she's like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with it. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna find out what the fuck is going on, who's doing this, and get my revenge. And it says that by the time she finds what she's looking for, Luca will come face to face with the curse she's been running from her whole life. I'm so excited. It looks so fucking good. Unfortunately, this is not out yet. It's coming out on the 28th of June, so you best fucking believe I will be pre-ordering it, and I will be devouring it because it seems so good. I completely forgot to mention these in my like what I have read recommend section, but that is literally anything by Michael McDowell. If you're looking for hot summer spooky reads, Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell. Elementals, Blackwater, Cold Moon, The Amulet. It all takes place in the South. It's all very like gothic. It's all stunning. If you want summer horror, look at Michael McDowell first. Next, we have to talk about this book because everyone has been talking about it, and I feel kind of like left out because I hadn't even heard of it. But that is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. This is about this girl named Mallory. Mallory is out of rehab. She just got out, but she gets this very like cushy, very bougie job as a nanny for these children. One of them is named Teddy. So she starts at this job. She lives in the pool house. She has got it, okay? And it's the stability that she's really needed. And so she's very happy. And she gets along with this kid, Teddy. They connect, you know, like this. And Teddy is constantly drawing in his little sketchbook. He's always like, there's a picture of a balloon. And Mallory's like, cool. And he's like, here's a picture of a rabbit. And she's like, amazing. And he's like, here's a picture of a woman being dragged into the woods by a monster. And she's like, what? And then as the days go by, Teddy starts to produce more and more pictures. And they become more and more realistic. Like far beyond what a 5-6-year-old boy could draw. I mean, also because she's seen his fucking artwork. He's not that talented. No offense, Teddy. But she knows. And so she's like, listen, is there something else going on here? Like, is there some kind of like supernatural shit happening? And so she starts to sort of almost unravel what the fuck is going on, thinking that maybe these photos or these pictures correlate to past unsolved crimes. Listen, I've heard really, really good things about it. And I really want to read it. And I'm going to order it. I'm going to order it because I really want to read it. Let me know down below what you think of this book because I want to know what people think. If it's good, if it's worth it. I would love to know. Thank you. We have to talk about this book because it would be stupid not to. It's literally called Summer Suns by Lee Mandello. This is apparently dark academia and queer and horror. Basically, this is about Andrew and Eddie. They are best fucking friends. They're like this, okay? 2 peas and a motherfucking pod. They get along so well. They've been friends forever. And they go off to universities, separate universities. Days before Andrew is about to go out and, you know, see Eddie, Eddie is dead. He gets the call. They're like, Eddie's dead. And he's like, no. No, please, no. And so he's very upset. People are saying it's a suicide. Andrew is like, I know this person. Like, this person and I are like this. I don't think he fucking killed himself. I don't think it's possible. From what I understand, from what I remember reading, I think Andrew sort of inherits a lease from Eddie, which is a weird thing. I didn't think that was a thing that you could do, but whatever. He inherits this lease and a roommate. He uncovers the lies and secrets left behind by the person he trusted the most, discovering a family history soaked in blood and death. All you need to say is soaked in blood and death. That's all I need. And I'm there. Literally just like whisper those words into your mirror and like Bloody Mary, I will appear. I've had this book, I think, since last summer. And I need to actually read it. Last but not least, I wanted to mention this book. I don't own it, but I have been like eyeing it up. I've been like looking at it to see if I want to buy it. And that is Ghost Summer by Tananarive Due. If you know me at all, you know that I love Tananarive Due. She's my queen. I love her. I loved The Good House. Joplin's Ghost, not so much, but we don't need to talk about it. This book, I've heard only the best things. On Goodreads, it has a 4.23 rating. 4.23, that's crazy. So I want to read it. It's basically a short story collection, which I don't necessarily always get along with short story collections. They're like not my favorite thing to read. But listen, if it's Tananarive Due, I'll do it. Like, there doesn't need to be any kind of convincing. Like, I'm there. My friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below what you thought of these books. If you've read any of them, if you're excited for any of them, what is going to be on your summer TBR, I need to know because I'm constantly looking for more books to buy. I know that's evil, but whatever. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to my patrons for supporting me and being such like literal angels, and honestly like kind of my favorite. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, we talk about creepy shit, we talk about hiding in the ruins and shit. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. I'm so excited for the summer. I'm so excited. Oh, I love the summer. I'm not looking forward to the heat, but I'm looking forward to my birthday. And I'm also looking forward, I don't know, there's something about the summertime that always makes me want to like buy even more books, which seems crazy considering how many books I've bought recently, but like at the same time, I kind of love it.